Restored Republic via GCR. Update as of October 25, 2019. Compiled the 25th of October 2019, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time by Judy Byington, MSW, LCSW, therapist, RET, journalist, author. 22 Faces, Inside the Extraordinary Life of Jenny Hill and Her 22 Multiple Personalities. The below is a summary of information from the internet. It would be up to the individual reader to do their own research and decide whether or not it is valid. A special thank you to those very dedicated and brave intel providers who wish to remain unnamed, to Brad, who does great research, and Ken, who uncovers almost unlimited intel on pedophilia to help us save the children. This has finally come to be. I wish you well in your humanitarian efforts and look forward to seeing you on the reset's other side, where together, we will make life better for all. Patience is a virtue. Having virtue is a sign of a good moral being. Good moral beings have the power to overcome evil and change the world. Warning: it is up to all of us to safeguard our children and teens. This month of Red October was especially busy for those who worshipped Satan. Successful kidnapping for the purpose of pedophilia, rape and child sacrifice was a ticket of honor for lower echelon members of satanic worshippers, allowing them entrance into dark activities of the upper-level satanic covens. Jenny Hill's testimony of viewing a child sacrifice. www.youtube.com web link. We pray that God be with President Trump, QAnons, the White Hats, Pentagon officials, Interpol, Marines, Navy SEALs, Army paratroopers, Akbar, John Huber. His 174 investigators of the over 125,000 sealed indictments, and unknown others who have worked so hard over many years in preparation for the events of Red October. Thank goodness that their most important goal appeared to be to save the children. Judy note on what we know. 1. Q has said to trust the plan. www.youtube.com web link. 2. On Friday, October 11th, the Marines were activated for a civil war against the deep state. www.beforeitsnews.com web link. 3. On Saturday, October 19th, those Marines combined with Navy SEALs to rescue 2,100 caged children. www.beforeitsnews.com web link. 4. On that same Saturday, October 19th, the kingpin of the GCR, the Iraqi dinar, revalued in country. 5. By the next Tuesday, October 23rd, some U.S. Treasury people in Reno were arrested for interfering with the RV, while others were moved to Hong Kong for the purpose of speeding up the reset process. 6. According to a Q tweet long ago, big events would be exposed by Friday, October 25th. Then he added pictures of pizza and popcorn, thought to mean the exposure of Pizzagate perpetrators including Clinton and the cabal's worship of Satan through pedophilia, child sacrifice, sex trafficking and exploitation that went all the way from U.S. Inc. through the Queen of England, the Vatican and central bankers across the globe. 7. Several sources have said that the reset was within days and had to be done before October 31st. 8. Wednesday, October 24th, Bruce, we were set to receive notification of 800-S before lunch today, Thursday, October 24th, but the U.S. Treasury stopped it because they decided to have all baskets of currencies go at once. There was rumor that GCR and the U.S. and world returning to the gold standard. Announcements were to be made November 1st. October 24th, 2019, The Big Call, Bruce, www.thebigcall.net web link. 1. Yesterday and last night, Wednesday, October 23rd, they sent out 4 tranches composed of sextillion dollars to take care of Tier 4. That action was pointing toward RV release at any time. 2. Out west, paymasters had liquidity and were to receive instructions last night, Wednesday, October 23rd. 3. We were to receive notification before lunch today, Thursday, October 24th, but the U.S. Treasury stopped it because they decided to have all baskets of currencies go at once. That change took it out of happening today, Thursday, October 24th. 4. Redemption Center staffs were going in early tomorrow morning, Friday, October 25th, and the security staff for the centers has increased. 5. Certain people have been cut off from communication because of the proximity of the reset. 6. Sources close to the forex said that certain currencies were still going up in value. 7. There was rumor that GCR in the US and world returning to the gold standard. Announcements were to be made November 1st. B. October 24, 2019 Chat with Mark Z. www.twitch.tv Web link. 1. There was great expectation from all sources that it would be done this week. 2. Iraq was paying out in the new $8.22 dinar rate. 3. Zurich was still in wait mode. 4. Banks were absolutely expecting it to start last Tuesday, October 22, which it didn't. 5. Member, I have a close contact who has paymasters in Zurich. He received a WhatsApp message yesterday, Wednesday, October 23. That said, from the U.S. Treasury leader, we are at the window and unless something happens, it will. 6. I have spoken with Fleming. He was told we were right on top of this. We were there. 7. I believe the reset and the gold standard would be released at the same time. If we were already on the gold standard emo, we would already have been paid. JFK was murdered because of this. Reagan was shot because of it. Gaddafi was murdered trying to put his country on the gold standard. C. International child sex trafficking. Teresa tells of her childhood of satanic ritual abuse. www.youtube.com web link. Resources to combat human trafficking. www.traffickingmatters.com web link. Satan, Sodomy in the Deep State, Pedophilia and Empire, Satan, Sodomy, and the Deep State, Chapter 1, Introduction to Pedophilia, the Mental Disorder and the Child Sex Abuse Crime. B. Predicted Global Currency Reset, Restored Republic Events. Tuesday to Wednesday, October 29 to 30. The first Q drop on the 28th of October 2017 indicated that cabal head witch Hillary Clinton would be arrested October 29 or 30 right before Halloween. This high holy satanic holiday was considered Satan's birthday according to the occult calendar of demonic holidays, pulled together in the late 1980s by a professional organization of therapists of satanic ritual abuse survivors. This All Hallows Eve was celebrated October 29 to November 1 through kidnapping and the torture of children in pedophilia parties that lead to child sacrifices. Thursday, October 31, 2019, the Justice Department Inspector General's report on Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act abuses, FISA abuse, would be released by the end of Red October, if not before. The report was said to be as thick as a phone book and contain charges against 80% of Congress. Dramatic changes and reforms within the U.S. government were expected to take place thereafter. Thursday, October 31, 2019 was also the Brexit deadline in the UK. At the end of what was referred to as Red October, the IMF was expected to make a global gold treaty announcement that called on all countries including the US, to use the gold standard. Currencies of 209 nations of the BRICS alliance would eventually revalue their currencies, and complete the move to a gold-backed global monetary system. Friday, November 1, 2019, Q reported big events would be happening, though didn't reveal what, though it was suspected that Q was referring to the global currency reset and mass arrests of prominent members of the cabal. Sunday, November 3, 2019, when the reset happened, expected around Thursday, October 24, we would have 10 days to make Zim appointments, or by around Sunday, November 3. Tuesday, November 12, new date for Tier 5, or the general public, to begin exchanges. Monday, December 9, 2019, when the reset happened, expected around Thursday, October 24, we would have 45 days to exchange, or until around Monday, December 9. January 1, 2020, a national retail sales tax code would become effective, replacing the bankrupt Federal Reserve and IRS tax system. A 17% tax was expected to be levied on new items only, with no tax on earnings, food or medicine. On July 3, 2019, President Trump signed an executive order, content unknown, covering tax laws until January 1, 2020. March 2020, arrests of anti-constitution, NWO, cabal, against President Trump would be expected to wrap up by March 2020, while also in March 2020 the second basket of currencies would likely revalue. Monday, April 6, 2020, or 180 days after the reset activation of GCR, some believed April 6 was Jesus Christ's date of birth. End of the year 2024, restoration of the U.S. Republic completion was planned for the end of President Trump's second term in 2024. On the 800-S. As of October 9, 2019, the 800-S were in place and operational. Each country and region has been assigned certain 800-S. The U.S. Treasury and the banks would be emailing ZIM holders an 800-. Call the 800-# for your region or bank. Tell them the bank you wanted to exchange with ZIM holders would need to redeem with either HSBC or Wells Fargo unless your bank had made special arrangements to redeem ZIM. HSBC ran the exchange centers and would have representatives there. They would then transfer your call to the proper exchange center to talk to a live person and make your appointment. Warning: when you call an 800 #DONOT, give out the serial numbers of your currency or bonds, nor how much you had. The only things the person or computer on the other end of the line would need to know was the bank and zip code where you wanted to exchange and what you had, ZIM, dinar, dong, etc. So you could be directed to a redemption center in the proper area to speak to a live person and make your appointment. Important information on how to exchange and redeem for participants worldwide would be on certain websites authorized to publish the 800-S, so you could have a firm grip on appointment strategy prior to going in. If you obtained your appointment through an 800-, you would automatically receive the contract rates, with the exception of ZIM holders, whose bonds were worth so much that contract rates were saved for others. The 800-# appointments for ZIM redemption and special contract rates would only be available for a short period of time, said to be to around November 15. After that you would need to exchange at a regular bank at a rate appearing on the Forex at the time, plus make special arrangements to redeem your ZIM. Make sure any 800- you received through phone, email or otherwise was also present on these approved Twitter accounts and websites. Dinar Chronicles, www.dinarchronicles.com. Dinar Recaps, www.dinarrecaps.com. Mark Z Calls, www.twitch.tv. Mark Z Website, www.theoriginalmarks.com. Mark Z Twitter, www.m.twitter.com. Bruce, www.bigcalluniverse.com. www.iqdcalls.com web link. TNT Tony, www.twitter.com web link. G. Research Resources. President Trump's tweets, www.twitter.com. President Trump's email, www.whitehouse.gov@gmail.com. Q posts, www.qntmpkts.keybase.pub. Nothing since August. George's J.F. Kennedy Jr. Tweets, www.twitter.com. George's J.F. Kennedy Jr. Email, George@thecollectiveq. George News The Collective, www.twitter.com. www.youtube.com web link. I the Spy at True I the Spy, www.twitter.com. Captain Field McConnell aka Able Danger, www.abledanger.org web link. Robert David Steele, Phi Beta Iota The Public Intelligence Blog. Thank you for listening and watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe the Voice News channel.